Hey guys, back playing some FTB on Jabazabam. And in this episode, what I want to do here is kind of automate the honey production of my bee station, bee factory, whatever you want to call it. So I got my 7 alvearies here. They're all automated. They're all sending their goodies over to this golden chest here. Just collecting it all, but it overflows pretty quickly. I've been coming in here by hand, just grabbing the honeycomb and whatever from here and sorting it or sending it into the forestry centrifuge over here. And, you know, making the honey drops and the beeswax, then moving it over to the squeezer and turning it into honey. And then the squeezer over here is hooked up with liquid duck into this tank. So yeah, that is not really a good way of, you know, doing this, because this thing doesn't stop, right? It runs all the time. So if I forget to come into that chest and empty it out, it, you know, creates some problems. So that's what I want to do here. Got to set up a system. I've done a little bit already. I've put this ender chest here. All this ender chest is doing right here is I've got an Atarchic gate and the wooden pipe here. And basically, if you look at the centrifuge, this spot right here, you end up getting you always get this thing right here, the propolis. So right now it gets pulled and sent into the ender chest, which gets sent to my sorting facility. And basically this stuff I just send into a barrel. And I actually think at this point I got so much of it that I end up recycling it, just because it's pretty much useless. You can turn it into rubber, but at this point I got no issues with rubber. I got too much rubber, so I don't need to convert it into rubber. I just end up recycling it. So anyways, that's all I've got done so far. So what I want to do is try to figure out a way to maybe set up the automation process from this area here, but I may also set up a whole different system over here just to handle the automated part and keep this system just for when I want to do something by hand. But yeah, it's just I don't know if I can fit everything in here with all the pipes and everything. I don't know if I can fit it in here. I don't have much room in the back. As you can see, it's there's not much room to expand either, because I have this on the back side. So I don't know. We'll see what I can do. I'll figure it out. But for now, before I do that, I'll show you guys some of the things I've been working on. Check at the cave here. Alright, so let's check it out downstairs. To be perfectly honest, guys, I have not been doing too much work on this world. Just a little bit here and there in this room and in the cave over there. The reason is I've been working on another world a little bit for a new series. I want to move the FTB, the current FTB series, over to Unleash. So I'll just end up starting a whole new series with a new world and just kind of leave this world on pause for now. But of course I will do, you know, what I need to do in this episode, but I may revisit it in the future. But anyways, let me show you what I got going down here. I cleaned it up here. It was a little bit too random for my liking, and my OCD, my Minecraft OCD took over. I had to do some cleaning, and I had to remove a lot of the lamps. I had the lamps kind of set up randomly like this, you know, just pretend the dirt's the lamps. I had them, you know, some spots I had 2 lamps like this and then 1 lamp, and yeah, I just didn't like it. So I put everything into the ceiling, you know, made it all, you know, organized up here. I kept it random on the wall. I do like the, you know, I don't know, the morphing of, you know, smooth stone brick over to cayenne wool. I kind of like that look. It looks kind of groovy. And then I peppered in some lamps here and there, some random spots, just because, you know, I had to light up some of the floor here. I ended up actually hiding a light over here, I think. Yeah. So what I have here is one of these wool covers and a red power lamp in there, and then I just pop one of these on top. You don't even know it's there, but the thing is, the light does, you know, work. It's just you don't see it. So that's a cool little trick if you want to hide you know, lighting underneath something. If you do have these covers, that will work. Of course, you need red power, but I did notice in Unleashed there is some micro blocks that you can work with. I'm assuming they work the same way. I haven't played around too much with them, but that's something to look forward to in the next series. And of course, over here, I had to switch up the way this looked. It was just too random. That's the thing. I wanted to try something different, see if I would like it, and I didn't like it. I like things to be somewhat clean, so I cleaned this up. I went with the 3 magmatic engines on one side to produce the MJ, and then of course the 3 thermal generators on the other side to produce the EU to power my pulverizer and my induction furnace for the EU, and the pulverizer with the MJ. And you guys also pointed out this cool little trick. What I had before is, you know, with the ores you have bonus items. For example, ooh, this bucket's stuck on me. If you have iron coming in here, once in a while it will produce a zinc dust right here. So it will produce 2 iron dusts and once in a while a zinc dust. So what I had going before was I had the iron dust going down this pipe, coming out this side here, and then I had another pipe coming out the side here. If you watched the last episode, where I had the bonus ores coming out, or the bonus dusts, and then connecting to a one-way pipe and then going up here. And then of course there's a way simpler way of doing that. Just set your output here to the point here to orange, and that will make it so all the ores or all the dusts that the pulverizer, you know, makes will shoot out this side, one side. Way cleaner, more compact, and yeah, just more efficient. So yeah, that's pretty much it down here. There's a lot of space in here. This room is a little too big. But yeah, I guess we'll just leave it like that for now. And if I do ever revisit this, I do plan on hopefully revisiting this world and just kind of finishing up some of the things here. And if we move in here, I think I showed this in the last episode. I didn't talk too much about it. I put in some vines, as you can see. There's a lot of vines everywhere. They grow so fast. I have to constantly come in here and just kind of break them. Then I added one of these statues here with the armor stand, and I believe that is steel armor. And you know, just give it some details. And then I added this hallway here, kind of like the hallway I have, you know, connected to this other cave, to the other cave, but this one's a little longer. And this goes into this area that I've been working on, which is basically the same as my previous caves. The only difference is I'm starting to pepper in some of the red brick, or the red brick rock, or whatever it's called. So I got that. And of course I didn't keep the floor all level. I decided to put some stairs, you know, make it a little bit more random looking. And then I got my lamps, as always, kind of connected with the blue alloy wiring just for aesthetics. And yeah, other than that, in this episode, another thing that I want to do other than the honey production system is to finish off this particular cave here, make it look, you know, this area here, make it look a little better. Have a waterfall coming out of the ceiling there into some sort of little pond, and then of course clean this area here, get rid of all the ores on the walls, and put in some bricks. Some stone bricks, and of course some of those redstone or those red rock bricks as well, and just yeah, jazz it up in here, set up all the lighting, etc., etc., and just have a somewhat finished cave here before I move on to the next series. So like I said, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make another episode before the next series. I don't know, because I'm working on that Unleashed world. I want to have, you know, something somewhat set up for you guys. I don't want to just start punching wood. So I am still working on that. We'll see how long it takes me, but I have a feeling this episode number 39 might be the last of this world for now. Anyways, like I said earlier, I do plan on revisiting it down the road, maybe do some things to it. But anyways, right now I'm gonna grab what I need to set up my honey facility here, my automation system, figure out how I'm going to do that, and then I'll see you guys then. Alrighty, let's take a look at how I got this system working. So right now, all these alvearies, all 7 of them are automated. So everything that they produce gets automatically sucked into these pipes. That's nothing new. Then previously what would happen is it would all be sent into this chest right here. But now I've created 2 chests, 2 ender chests. One for the combs, the honeycombs, which is this one. And this one's hooked up straight to my sorting facility. And then in the middle, I got a diamond sorting pipe. So if we check it out, all the honeycombs that I produce are these ones right here. The ebony comb, the platinum comb, copper comb, rocky comb, honeycomb, dripping comb, and stringy comb. So out of all these alvearies, those are the combs that are being produced. And those will be output into the green side, into this ender chest, which is connected downstairs. And then of course, on the other side, I have the royal jelly and the pollen, which are the only 2 items right now being created by these alvearies that is not honeycomb or any kind of comb. So anyways, we'll go down here and I've done some tweaks. I moved my, what is this thing called? Gene pool thing, the thing that turns the bees into DNA, and right now it's not sucking the juice out of there. The DNA, so I have something set up wrong here. Is DNA coming out? No. Oh, that's a little frustrating. Let me see here. Oh, I think I gotta change this output here. Let's see if I can just squeeze in here. There we go. Now it's working. Good stuff. All right, so yeah, I moved the gene pool thing from the middle here just to make some room for this automated process. So this ender chest right here is the same one as the B1 upstairs. So all the honeycomb is being sent to that ender chest and being sucked out with a wooden pipe and a Tarchic gate and being sent in this hopper, which is connected to the centrifuge, the forestry centrifuge, and that's doing its stuff. It's turning, you know, the honeycomb into beeswax and honey drops and whatever items. Then I have all those items being sucked out again with a wooden pipe and a Tarchic gate, and those go into this diamond pipe. So I got another diamond pipe set up in the process here. So coming out of the black side, I have all of the items like beeswax, propolis, tiny pile of copper, which is coming off my copper comb, ebony drop, which is coming off that ebony comb, which is, it's just basically a black dye. I got a bee that produces that. And the other item is the tiny piles of platinum dust from that really special bee that I have that produces the platinum dust, my most prized bee. So yeah, those are all going into the black output, which has a stone pipe here going into this ender chest, which is a white ender chest, which is connected to my sorting facility. And then of course the honey, the honeydew and the honey drops get pumped over here into the squeezer and produced into honey. And then I got a liquid duct right underneath there that is sucking out the honey. You just saw it go. And then of course that automatically goes into my honey tank. So hopefully that makes sense. It's pretty simple setup. It's the basic setup with the Buildcraft pipes. Nothing too fancy. So yeah, that is that. And of course I've had to make some adjustments to the sorting facility to handle some of those new items. So for example, the dusts, the tiny copper dust and the platinum dust, I got going in this machine right here. And that's matched up with this kind of light purple, which of course is hooked up to my dust chest here. So all of those 2 dusts will be sent in here with all my other dusts. And then downstairs where the barrels are set up, I set up a couple barrels, one for the stuff here, the black, the ebony drops. Then I want to also try to start collecting a little bit of honey drops and honeydew, just because you need that sometimes, especially for your Yallahs thingy. You need to have a stockpile of that. I don't want to process all of it into honey. And then I have you know, the pollen and the royal jelly as well I set up. So yeah, that is pretty much it. So now I want to move over to the cave here, start working on that, and yeah, finish off this episode. So I'll see you guys in a second. Alrighty guys, let's take a look at what I've done here. Finish off this cave here. Nothing out of the ordinary, the usual peppering of bricks all around and my usual lighting setups. The only difference is I got the water coming in through the ceiling here. So I've broken it up here so you can kind of see through it. You can fly through this area. Got a waterfall here off the mountain that was naturally already there. And then I just used that same water source, dropped it in here, created my little pond. And yeah, put in the lighting, and that's about it. I put in some more vines. Got to let those vines grow. And I'll give you guys a little trick here. Some of you guys probably already know about this, but you can actually stop the growth of vines with string. String is not very visible. You can kind of see it right there. But you can drop it in, just right mouse click on the vine, and now the vine will no longer grow past that particular spot. Now, you do see the string a little bit, but it is a little trick you can do. Most of the time I just leave it. I don't actually use string. I just end up kind of, you know, going in and breaking it myself as I come in and just do quick cleanups. But in some of the areas of the base, like over here, I started putting in the string just because I have so much vines that I had to do it. So I do have string here and there, and you know, it makes it look a little bit more, makes it look a little bit better. Otherwise all the string will grow to the floor. It looks kind of weird. But in this area over here, there isn't that much vines, so not something to worry about. But a quick little trick, you know, hopefully some of you guys don't know that. I'm sure a lot of you guys do, but for those that don't, there you go. And yeah, that's pretty much gonna be it. Gonna call it an episode right here, guys. So as always, I'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I will see you in the next update, which will be probably a new series. All right, so I'll see you guys then. Later.